All right, welcome back to the DDSN Diamond Betting Show. We are here for episode number 19. It's 3:05 p.m. Central Time. I want to say thank you to all the new followers, subscribers on TikTok and YouTube. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the comments, the likes, and the new follows. Thanks for following along. We did have a winning day last night. It was a great day, great Sunday for us. We closed it out strongly with our Atlanta Braves over the Phillies. Our sides are looking great. We're up. We're 90 and 83 plus 7.6 units. Full description of our record is as always, in the YouTube description below. Our totals have been up and down, but we're 42, 48, and 6 in our totals. And I really like the way our sides are looking. And coincidentally, we've got nothing but sides today. It's a shorter slate, shorter than normal, but a lot of good baseball waiting for us this evening and tonight. So without further ado, let's get into today's games. First game, the Houston Astros plus 107. Spencer Arrighetti on the mound against the Cleveland Indians. Guardians are minus 118. Slade Shoshone on the mound. We back Spencer Arrighetti in his first start coming back in 2026 with the Houston Astros. He was lights out, got the Astros off of a skid. Now the Astros are still on a losing streak. A lot of that happened when they had their long road trip. Now they're going back on the road. I really don't like Arrighetti in this spot. He's leaving his wife, his twins, going out on the road for the first time this season with the Astros. We're backing our Guardians. We have the Guardians to win the World Series, to win the division. It's looking great. It's going to be a bloodbath in the Central, but we're going to back our Indians minus 118. Next game, St. Louis Cardinals plus 116. Max McGreevy on the mound against the Miami Marlins. Marlins are minus 128 with Max Meyer on the mound. Our Cardinals, we played them in every single game against the Astros, and they cashed for us at plus money dogs. I'm jumping into the Cardinals at 10-1 to win the NL Central. Brewers are down. The Cubs are kind of up in the air. So same thing with the Reds and the Pirates. This Cardinals team is kind of flying under the radar, and at 10-1, I kind of like to throw a little something on the Cardinals to win the division. That's just a price I can't pass up, and they've been cashing for us all year, and we're loving the St. Louis team. And we're going back to the well here again. I like the Cardinals plus 116. They're just getting no respect in the market. The Marlins are getting a ton of respect, which, they did start the season off hot, but the pitching hasn't been great, and the batting hasn't been great, and it's been unreliable for the most part. Give me once again, the Cardinals plus 116 on the money line. Cincinnati Reds plus 104. Louder on the mound against the Tampa Bay Rays, minus 115. See, Schulten's on the mound. I believe this is his second start of the season, but we got to go with our guy, Rhett Louder. The Cincinnati Reds, they quietly had a great series this weekend at Minnesota. Twins have been basically unbeatable at home. Nope. The Reds with a never say die attitude, multiple come from behind wins. I know this because they screwed us because we had the Twins the last 2 days, and the Twins blew late leads in both games. Cincinnati Reds team, they're just scrappy. And at this price, I kind of like it. We're getting plus money with a great pitcher. We really don't know what we're going to get in Jesse Schulten's second start. So go ahead and give me the money, the plus money with the Reds. They have been playing well on the road. Let's see what happens. I like it, and I like Rhett Louder. Atlanta Braves minus 152. Bryce Elder on the mound against Washington Nationals, plus 138. Jake Irvin on the mound. When I was writing this, I believe that the spread did move to around plus 132. I do like the Nationals here. They are second in the NL East. Kind of shocking, a little surprising, but the Nationals, again, don't get a ton of respect. I'm surprised this number isn't closer to 140 or 150, but I think the Nationals can get to Bryce Elder and get a win here. Yes, it is a dirty dog, but sometimes you have to go contrarian, which we learned yesterday when we had the Rockies. We had the Chicago White Sox. They came through for us at really nice money line numbers. You have to take these shots with these types of teams in baseball, and the Nationals are at home. Atlanta had a late game against Philly last night on the road, so they have to travel not very far, but still travel nonetheless. I like the Nationals in this spot, and maybe they can pull off the upset. We're hoping so. Next game, Philadelphia Phillies minus 101. Nola on the mound against the Chicago Cubs. Cubs are minus 109 with Colin Ray on the mound. Y'all know me. I do not trust this Phillies team. Although they do have Aaron Nola on the mound and he did pitch well against the Cubs. I think just about a week ago, he got the win, or he didn't get the win because the bullpen blew it. I believe he left the game when it was tied 3-3 in about the fifth inning, and then the Cubs just piled it on after he was gone. So again, we don't trust this Phillies team. We don't trust their pitching staff, their bullpen, or this offense. We're gonna have to take the Cubs. We're gonna have to take the Cubs here, even though they almost lost. They almost lost to the Mets last night, but they held on strong and they rallied in the bottom of the ninth inning for a walk-off winner, those Cubs. So we're going back with the Cubs and continuing to fade this overvalued Phillies team, but they're not as overvalued in the market as they were anymore. I didn't look at it in my notes, but I believe last week Aaron Nola was around a -130 favorite against the Cubs. That was at home, but still, he was a -130 favorite. Now he's a -101 favorite. So huge 30-cent difference. That's a huge difference. So I like the Cubs. This offense is actually hot right now and they're feeling themselves. I love it. Let's go with the Chicago Cubs. All right, Baltimore Orioles -109. Kyle Bradish on the mound against the Kansas City Royals. They're ice cold right now. Royals are -101 with Seth Lugo on the mound. Royals can't hit. They're one of the worst offenses. Somehow they are not the worst hitting offense. Shockingly, the Reds do have kind of a shitty offense, the Giants and the Mets. But somehow the Royals aren't the worst. It's actually kind of shocking. But Kyle Bradish on the mound, we did fade him in his last start and it worked out perfectly for us. He's been kind of getting roughed up by not the best offenses and can't really trust them. But can you trust the Royals? No, absolutely not. Seth Lugo has been great though. So we do like Seth Lugo on the mound. And the Royals, 5 of their 7 wins have been at home. So what better time to take the Royals than tonight? Hopefully we can get plus money here, but right now it's -101. That's just as good as, even money for us, so can't really complain. But I do like the Royals at home to find something and get a win after an embarrassing performance against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Next game, the LA Dodgers -208 with Justin Robleski on the mound. He's an opener. He'll probably go 2 to 3 innings. Usually 2 or 3 innings he pitches. Against the Colorado Rockies, +187 with Jose Quintana. Keep itching my nose. With Jose Quintana on the mound, Quintana's actually pitched well against the Dodgers, but when he played for the Brewers. But again, this Rockies team has beat the Dodgers twice in a row. They're going to have a little bit of momentum and feeling confident to try and get this win here. And with a price of -208 with an opener for the Dodgers on the road, it should be beautiful weather. But, we might be playing with fire here, but I kind of like the Rockies again at +187. Quintana's, he has confidence. He's beaten this Dodgers team before. He beat him twice last year. And this offense might be getting confident again after that bad series against the Astros. And they got swept by someone right before that. But anyways, I like the Rockies +187. Next game is the Toronto Blue Jays -113. Dylan Cease on the mound against the LA Angels, +103. Detmers on the mound. Blue Jays came out smoking hot and just destroyed the Diamondbacks right out of the gate. I like the Angels in this one. Although we're going up against Dylan Cease, I do like going against a team that, had a huge offensive night the day before after, not really having any offense the entire season. So I kind of want to fade that. And we're getting plus money with a confident Angels team that's very much in the division hunt right now. As long as they stay healthy, Zach Neto loves going against Dylan Cease. So I think they can get something going and get a win here at home against the Blue Jays. Who, yes, Cease is good, but if you get to him, you knock him out, and you're able to go against his Blue Jays bullpen, you could win this game. So just keep it close until the bullpen comes out for the Blue Jays. I think we get a win here with the Angels. Sacramento Athletics +125. JT Ginn on the mound against the Seattle Mariners. Mariners are -138 with Emerson Hancock. We know Hancock has been outstanding this season, and he does play well against the Athletics. And the Mariners do hit JT Ginn. They've played him in the past, and they've done well. I think we're getting an extremely generous price here with the Mariners. I think this could be -150, kind of in that Bryce Elder range of -152. But because we don't know what we're getting from the Mariners offense, although against the Texas Rangers, they did play a lot better. So I do like this Mariners offense with some confidence against a pitcher that they are confident playing against. Give me the Mariners at a nice price of -138. Again, that's everything for today. I love what we have here. We've got nothing but sides, no totals, which was just a coincidence, but our side's been doing great this year. So I'm getting ready to fire in on these. It's 3/16. I'll be uploading this video and we'll have games in about 2 hours. Good luck to everyone. Thank you for following, subscribing, and please hit that like button for more. Green is good, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Good luck to us.